All right. Yeah. Gotta get right. Straight from the O where we keep shit moving, abusing these rap niggas and they mad cause they losing, they choosing up. Take that back.
Live from the mighty Veedverks Airship, I'm Travis Lippert, CEO of Verks Unlimited Limited, better known as Veedverks.
And I'm Julie Richardson, Director of Commercialization and Promotions.
We're playing Dre Gaines in the background. Dre's got a new release coming out soon. I swear I will get that queued up next time. But we've been fighting technical difficulties as always. But it is our pleasure to tell you that we have Wendy and Karen from the Marijuana Show and from clubhemp.co.co. And so without any further ado, I'm just going to bring them right on.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, happy 420 somewhere. It's
somewhere.
So thanks for having us, you guys.
Yeah, it's a real honor. You guys are just fan favorites, I think, in the community. I love what you've done so far, what you've done with the Marijuana Show, what you're doing with Club Hemp, and all of the products that you're releasing, and then what you're just doing to fight for the plant. So yeah, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
Yay.
It feels really good. I love the accolades. Thank you. The full moon last night was great. It's a great start of another. What are we, almost in the weekend? Oh my God.
Yeah, the moon kept me up 2 nights ago, and I thought maybe, but it wasn't technically a full moon, so I'm not sure what to blame it on. I think I might be part vampire or werewolf. We've got on cue the air compressor next door kicked on. They've got this pill press.
Hear it.
So
you can't hear it?
Okay, perfect. No. So I apologize to everybody else who can.
Where's she? Okay, we're back.
So could we start by talking about the Marijuana Show?
Sure.
Or actually, could we go back a little bit to, let's say, hair spiky things, the scalp massager. What did you do before you entered the cannabis space?
Oh, that one. Okay, honey, you hold it. We're on this phone, so
no.
That's the lens, though.
Wait,
you gotta
look
go
at
over there.
my hand.
You gotta over there.
All right. Oh,
Okay,
look,
there
my
you
hand
go.
is not.
No.
Okay.
We're not stoned, by the way.
No, God. All right. So basically, the Tingler was this
I'll
wild
get the dogs
thing.
out for a sec.
It was made out of toilet parts, literally. And from these toilet parts, I ended up making $10 million. It's a head massager. If I knew that I was going to be asked, I would have brought one. But so that was crazy. Before that, made films for years and years. Won a couple Emmy Awards, and then nominated for my very first one, my very first film. And then, of course, now we do the Marijuana Show on Amazon Prime.
So you're going into season 4 of the Marijuana Show now. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're in pre-production, heavy duty. This time we're shooting in Canada. Maybe, I really hope we're going to be shooting in Israel, Colombia, Europe, and of course America. And so that will shoot starting this summer. And it's a wild ride. Just get ready for it.
Have you picked out all your contestants yet? Have you?
No.
What?
No. We're actually very open. This time we have a team of analysts. It's a bunch of geeks in a room. They're awesome people. They're really, really good at helping to decide what has the best return on investment.
We like keeping our geeks in a room.
Yeah.
They belong.
That's right. By lock and key. So, and they analyze every single deal for us. Will you grab this?
Sure.
Okay. Karen's grabbing the phone.
This is a very high tech for us. We're used to shooting in 6K and sometimes a magic box, and now it's on a magic phone. So.
Yeah.
6K. What kind of cameras do you use?
Reds.
Reds?
She loves
They're
the reds.
a pain in the butt.
Reds like with an S, like multiple reds?
Multiple. I usually use 4 of them. This time I don't think I'm going to go that high tech. It's like literally shooting a 35 millimeter film.
Really?
Our show in Canada is going to be a little bit less high tech and a lot more experiential. We're going to do a lot more like first person perspectives, cameras on people, drones, all sorts of fun stuff.
What kind of cameras?
What do you think?
I don't know. Can I report back in?
Okay, yeah, definitely. I want to film some stuff this year, so I'm asking because we have big plans for filming some things this year. A lot of
We want to your spaceship and film there. I like it.
I like the spaceship.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. Next time you're in the Denver area, let us know. And
Yeah, we'll have a special show just for you. If you're here, we're on.
yeah.
I think we're coming up March 28th for the Hemp show, because we have a hemp company now called Club Hemp, as you said before.
Club Hemp.
It's hard to say
Oh, well,
that. Club Hemp, yeah.
so you're going to Naoko.
Possibly.
Yeah, the first night,
Possibly.
I think. It depends if there's any good weed there, man.
Oh, baby, I got you. I'll go get something just for y'all. But Travis and I, he went and bought a portable green screen. And when we were at Indo Expo, we went live and we were interviewing the vendors, and we had such a good time. So we're taking it to Naoko. And so we're going to have you guys on and come to our booth, and we'll be live there too.
Oh, good.
Nice. Hey, and we'll have cameras.
Yeah.
We'll film
Yeah.
that.
I think that's where we first met you.
Yep, we first
Yes.
met you, right?
Last
Naoko?
year.
Yes.
Dude.
Yeah.
And I think I know you through Peel, don't I? Didn't I met you something at
Marie
Marie
Peel.
Peel's with high-end transportation or something?
Not sure.
I'm not sure either. I think I met you guys at some event. I don't know if it was Naoko or not.
Friend.
So
Yeah,
It's just terrible. But it's just terrible.
I know.
What did you talk about?
It was right after you guys first had got married, and
We're married.
Uh,
It's okay.
every time and thinks it's funny.
It's okay. Yes, right after we got married.
yeah, and it was a social event. We were having fun. It was the normal, just batter, having a good time kind of stuff. But that was the first time I met y'all, and then started following the show. And then I think I did meet you at a Naoko later or an event like that. But it was definitely a social event the first time, and that's the best way to meet somebody.
We agree.
Yeah, we're now in
know?
our year of doing the Marijuana Show. 3rd season. We're going into our 4th season, as Wendy said, in September. We're still looking for some good sponsors and sharks, if you know people, but we're rounding people up. It's going to be our best show. We're so excited. And we can't wait to be in Toronto. We love it there.
to be a shark, do you have to be I would assume an accredited investor?
Yeah.
You have to be somebody that's ready to invest and deploy capital immediately and literally put millions of dollars into revenue producing companies.
Yeah, we're sort of scaling up from doing startups to now doing established companies with revenue that are profitable. And some of our sharks are going to be public company CEOs looking to acquire. So if you want to be rolled up, this could be the time.
I don't know if anybody's really going to have a chance to decide whether they're going to get rolled up or not this year. I think big companies are coming in. I know that big companies are coming in, and it's going to change the landscape from, I don't think that you could start this company now. I think that this is the type of thing that we could have done, 4 years ago. But I wouldn't try and do this now. It seems like you're behind the 8 ball. But because
it's competitive. But on our show, we're actually going to have the companies that will be picking up smaller companies. So keep in touch. You never know. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
because
very possible.
there could be somebody that's a really great master grower. So maybe they have hemp and they have CBG or CBN.
Mm-hmm.
We know people that want to pick up those kinds of companies and are willing to pay maximum money. So a lot of the Canadian companies are coming in to the American companies, and so don't discount if you're listening or watching this. Don't discount your possibility if you're like, hey, I'm ready to sell.
How do people reach out to you if they are interested in something like that?
Yeah.
I would say the best way is producers@themarijuanashow.com. It's a long email, but it goes to both of us. It's producers, plural, @themarijuanashow.com. And in fact, if you want to watch season 2 and 3 on Amazon Prime, you just Google The Marijuana Show on Amazon and search it. You'll find it. We'd love your viewers to see it.
And review it, which would be great. It's really hard to get people to review.
I've done it.
I know.
Thank you.
I reviewed it. I've watched every episode of the Marijuana Show now.
Wow. We need to have you on one of them.
I'd like to be on one. You know what's cool? I showed my kid one.
Which one? One with the kid?
No, it was oh my goodness, it was the one where you had Bob Hogan come in.
Oh,
It was the
Did your kid win the game show?
no, I don't think so.
Bob said to us,
Like, boom.
we've worked with Bob Hoban for a while, and he said to us, I would love to be a game show host. He was so excited about that role, and he did such a good job, unrehearsed. He was just on. He was so good.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a great show. I showed it to my son because it really kind of spoke to the types of things that we had going on in our business at that point, and he's very interested in what I go to do every day. And said it was kind of a documentary basically about the types of challenges that new hemp companies, and every hemp company is new.
The best to do joint ventures, and that's kind of how we launched.
Joint ventures. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what episode it was.
Joint ventures is the way to go. Like, look, the bottom line is most people are not going to get investment. I mean, it may happen, it may not, but you don't want to stop your dream just because of that. And so Karen and I believe very much in joint ventures, and just being able to bring people together. And it's something we might do. Actually, we'd love to work with you on that idea. Is just online, being able to connect everybody together.
We love our TV show, but out of it we found 2 contestants we love, and one has a hemp farm, the other is a formulator. And together we put together Club Hemp. So it's a real manifestation out of the actual show. And I think that's what our community is all about, is like we met some guys at a party and now we're doing a television network with them. I mean, it's who you meet, it's who you know, and it's long-term relationships. Like with you, we've been talking for a while. Now you might buy some CBD through us, and it's like all these things sort of, it feels like it's about karma and who you're supposed to know for the long term. It's relationships.
And really doing background checks on people. I'd love to say everything's just so groovy and everything's good, but we really literally do background checks on everybody that we work with now, because there's also a lot of bullshit. And so make sure to, if you are doing a joint venture and it feels really right, do your due diligence, ask the right questions, ask a lot of questions, talk to the people that have worked with them.
And sometimes, have you ever had a felony helps? Just get it out in the open.
Well, it's unfortunately that's very relevant to the industry,
right?
Due to unjust laws.
Well, and that, I mean, look, if somebody got busted for weed, so be it. If they got busted for stealing from somebody, well, you might want to reconsider, working. And we've had that where we found the most amazing things, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so glad we did that background check. So
how do you I'm interested in that. How do you go about doing a background check? Just like through a website service, or you have to call a private, or you just look up their DUNS number, and
you just need their name, and they search the name, and you pretty much know who they are based on a few things. It's so easy to do a background check on people right now. There's a ton of sites for it. But luckily, a lot of the states are dropping charges because, as they're getting legal, or they're just waking up. So
and I would always work with, 420 POW in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that we're looking for. We're looking for a sense of integrity in terms
honest
of working
people.
with somebody.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Just really doing your, slow down to go fast is what we say.
Right. Which is what we did with Club Hemp. It launched after 6 months of development, and orders are streaming in now. It's a kitschy look and a brand.
Yeah.
Also, not a lot of CBD companies owned by women, for women, not necessarily for only women, because our products are for both, but it has a sort of women targeted branding. If you look at it, it's really
fun.
Kitschy and fun and kind of retro.
Yeah, I like it. So, and the farm, is it Cloud? I forgot the
Farms.
Cloud Farms.
Yeah, and they won Best CBD at Indo Expo this year. We partnered with them. We own part of the farm, and we're partnering with our distribution partner as well. So together we have a great product that we're all really proud of, and we're all working interchangeably all the time. We're pretty much talking every day.
Yeah. And what's important, no matter, if you're listening and you're somebody that wants to start selling CBD, you may want to consider working with us. And if we're not the ones, then make sure that you have your lab tests. Make sure that it's no GMO, no pesticides, no molds, no heavy metals, no just really once again take your time, because everyone will tell you they've got the best, but you want to just really make sure and take the time to look, because in our mind it's medicine. We're really making sure that everything that we do is just the best out there. And there's a lot of competition, you guys, this year, so make sure your brand is really good and solid. You've got great response to it, right?
Yeah, the marketing is it's saturated right now. It used to be, like you were saying earlier, Travis, that we had 4 years ago, we were all starting out, we were unique. Now there's thousands of CBD companies coming out, so you have to make your brand really stand out and be unique. And also, like Wendy said, do your testing, your due diligence, all that. Yeah.
Right. There was tons of CBD companies before the Farm Bill, but it seemed like after the Farm Bill passed, it was like everybody and their mama, had it, they were launching a new CBD company. And there's a meme that's so funny and so true. It has Oprah on it going, "You have a CBD company and you have a CBD."
But that's I expected that.
Yeah, I
mean,
did too.
That's an anticipated consequence of the efforts that we've put into it so far. I want there to be CBD companies in random states where you can't even grow hemp right now. I want there to...
Right. Well, to me, it's like vitamin C. You could buy it pretty much anywhere, but the brand you're attracted to and what you end up, getting over and over is brand loyalty, and everyone leans in a different way. I mean, people have different interests, and people like bold colors. Some people like a more medical look, medicinal look. So ours is a kitschy, approachable brand, and it's fun. I think we should do something with Veedverks for sure.
Yeah, we're really about education too, which separates. So again, if you're watching and you're like, I really want to start something, these are some of the things that I think you want to think about. And some brands just don't care about education, and some brands put nothing in or put cheap ingredients. We don't. We just make sure that all our ingredients are organic, like really truly the best stuff. So I'm not trying to go for the cheapest. That's just not what we're going for. We're going for,
I asked her to go for the cheapest, and she's like, "No, can't do it." I'm like, "Come on."
At this stage in your company, I'm not. Maybe it was a post from the Marijuana Show on Facebook where I read this. Would you prefer right now to have revenue and spend it all and maybe go into debt, or would you prefer to have margin and be, a solvent business
margin all the way?
Really?
Oh yeah, margin, but honestly, it's the right product. I think I would pick door number 3 for me. It's having the right product, and then it goes from there. Like with your products too, you have strong branding, you have really great products, and people gravitate towards that. I think a lot of companies will get weeded out that don't have all that thought through. They think, oh, it's in, it's popular, let me sell it, but they water it down. There's been a lot of that, and it sort of also makes it hard for people in the industry with good products to get through that, because there's been a lot of, let's just say, bad actors.
Well, like on Amazon, I think somebody did some sort of a test or whatever, and then they literally lab tested, and most of the products had nothing in there.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And
because it's expensive.
No testing. So, for instance, I wouldn't buy anything from China in terms of digesting it. Now, if I were buying hemp crete or something, I were building a house and needed mass, maybe yes, but again, I'm asking people, please don't just go with the cheapest possibility out there, because usually that's the crappiest stuff. Mm-hmm. And you want to go with something that's really good, high quality. And so really look at who's behind it. Is it just a third party thing? Does somebody own part of the farm? Do they, are they responsible for it? Are they those kinds of things? And a lot of people are now just getting in, just buying stuff from other people. And we just didn't choose to go that route.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, but
yeah. No, there's a lot wrong with it actually, because if you don't know where your hemp was actually grown and you get called onto the carpet, which you definitely will at some point if you've got a business that's doing anything noteworthy, which includes us, if you get called on the carpet, you need to know where your hemp was grown. You need to know those people. You need to know that really they didn't spray that soil with glyphosate. and you need to know where it was extracted and the methods used, and you need to know that I would recommend against starting a new business without having that stuff lined up right, because that's could crush you, and you could hurt people in addition to that, or first and foremost, like you're saying.
Right.
It's
we agree. We have a lawyer. We spent more money on a lawyer than we did on some of our marketing, just to review the site and all of our bylaws and make sure that we're compliant.
And then everything changed again. So,
right.
You know,
You have to be nimble.
We're actually developing teams just to keep on a daily basis looking at compliance, looking at regulations, because at this moment when we're having this conversation, the DEA still hasn't made up their minds. And so we just read even that the post office has the right to take and confiscate hemp. So when we ship, we say we're not responsible for lost or stolen items, and we're going to start looking at insurance because, God, I mean, you know, if the post office takes
a big order,
your stuff, you're in trouble. So I really hope that the rules will get solidified, and we're doing everything GMP certified, no GMO, no pesticides, all of our lab tests, everything like that. We're all prepared. So I don't mind going in front of anybody to get the licenses that we're going to need to get.
Right.
But, you know that that's coming, guys. You won't just be able to sell crap.
We've had shipments seized before, and we filed claims, and this is pre-Farm Bill, and it actually, if you could do that reliably, that'd be a pretty solid business right there too, because it didn't, like, it was insured for what it was worth, but it wasn't didn't cost us that much to make it. So it's like we could use the post office as a distributor if they just keep buying our stuff and destroying it. But definitely I would recommend to anybody that's looking at starting a hemp business, or that's not up to at least this level, just expect it. Someday you're going to get some phone call and you're going to be called onto the carpet, and you're going to have to prove where all your stuff came from. You could just count on it.
You say Travis gave it to me, man.
If I did, then it costs you, and you've got paperwork, or we can provide it very quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
It's I'd say that's as the regulators come in and figure out how to regulate this plant, I think that's going to be key. Like, there's no shortcuts that you can take anymore.
That's right.
That's
right. Hey, I just want to throw out there that Wendy and I have to hop on another call. And we love being with you guys. Is there anything else you'd like to ask us about our business or what we're up to, or
how can we be in service to
how
the
can we
people,
help you
your
guys?
audience?
Yeah, we all need.
Well, no, I mostly I'm interested in anything you guys got going on.
Well, when do you want Travis on?
Yeah. It's
We love our fur baby shirt. Let me show you this.
Oh, I do.
Fur babies.
Oh, that's precious.
See that?
Yeah.
So do you have
like
a dog line?
Oh yeah, fur babies.
Oh, that's the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we sell fur babies, and we sell the fur babies can of the CBD oil, as well as Don't Be Naughty, which helps get tangles out of your poodles, doodles, and anything oodle.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. And because we have a golden doodle, she's our mascot, so she's on our branding, and she was Korean, and we're in love with her. Kind of upset. Really.
I'm really passionate about, dogs and CBD. I had a 19-year-old dog just die, and I had no idea this dog was as sick as she was. The vet said she looked like she was in great shape. She had muscle tone. She had good skin, and everything. I was controlling diabetes and kidney disease and senior type illnesses, all with CBD. And doing it successfully, because dogs don't live to 19 very often, but
that's a lot of love.
Yeah. But I give it to all my animals, and I've seen such an improvement, especially in the elderly ones with, like if they have arthritis or once they start aging, any type of aging issues.
Yep.
Yeah. If your viewers want to get a 10% discount on our site, they could use the code 10% off. And all in caps, the number 10, the percentage sign, and then OFF off any of our products. And if you get our newsletter and sign up to our newsletter, there's actually a 15% coupon in there.
Ooh.
Saturday, which I think I put on Facebook, which is the MJ Show Facebook page. Would love your viewers to join us.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming on. Nobody else leave, though, because I have some things to say about Kansas Senate Bill 233. It sucks, especially if you have a business in Kansas. You need to pay attention to this.
Go, Kansas.
We're going to go and get in that tornado and look for Dorothy and Toto. So we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Cool.
All right. Bye. Thank you, ladies.
Bye for now.
All right. So Kansas there was just a bill introduced to the Kansas Senate, and they added this new Section 5. It's on page 7 of SB 233, and Section 5 says, listen to this, if you've got a business in Kansas that's doing hemp stuff, in fact, where's that, will you hand me that trifold?
There you go.
So I went to the Kansas Hemp Symposium. It was awesome. And when I was there, I met these guys in Lawrence, Kansas, making CBD products. You guys better pay attention because they're going to put you straight out of business if you don't do something about this. And I don't live in Kansas. I live in Colorado. So this is primarily your fight. And I hope that you will spread this word forward. Mike Webb hit me on Facebook today and shared this with me. So, new Section 5. It shall be unlawful for any of the following hemp products to be manufactured, marketed, sold, or distributed by any person in the state of Kansas. Cigarettes containing industrial hemp. Cigars containing industrial hemp. Chew, dip, or other smokeless material containing industrial hemp. Teas containing industrial hemp. Liquids, solids, or gases containing industrial hemp for use in vaporizing devices, and, pay attention to this if you're making topicals, any hemp product intended for human or animal consumption containing any ingredient derived from industrial hemp, unless any such ingredient is generally recognized as safe under its intended conditions of use or otherwise approved by the United States Food and Drug Administration under the Federal Drug and Cosmetic Act. As used in the subsection, human or animal consumption means ingested orally or applied by any means such that an ingredient derived from industrial hemp enters the human or animal body. So you guys what did I just do with that? With this. So here you go. Quiet Trees in Lawrence, Kansas, American CBD. You can't make any of this unless you guys beat this law. So you need to get loud. It will crush the industry. It'll crush your business. It won't necessarily crush farmers because what it will allow is for farmers to grow hemp and then ship it to me in Colorado, and we'll extract it and then put it in products and ship it legally to all of your customers in Kansas from our website, because I'm not breaking any laws. But you will be, and I'm telling you, it's like a death knell for everything that you guys should be doing this year. All of these little lotion businesses and lipstick businesses and dog hair conditioner businesses. It will absolutely just crush you. It will take you out of the game this year, and this is not the year that you want to be out of the game. So I don't have any advice for you as to what action to take. I don't know who to contact yet, but because I just found out about this, a couple hours ago. But I'm telling you, this Kansas Senate Bill 233 is terrible, terrible, terrible news for the state of Kansas and everybody who wants to move hemp forward in that state. So pay attention, get loud, and I guess keep in touch with this. Like, we got big plans in Kansas this year. We're going to do some stuff. So what they're trying to do here doesn't hurt us directly, but it hurts the industry. And what hurts the industry hurts us. We're trying to free this plant and document it. We're documenting the end of the prohibition of cannabis, and we're doing everything that we can to help make that happen. So that's the main news for today.
I would be, if this was my state and I was the advocate, the advocates or whoever was working on it, I'd go straight to the Economics Council. Because here you have all these farmers that are growing the hemp, but yet they're not letting anything be done with it.
Yeah, this is brand new. Time to get loud. The next major thing that I know that we're going to is Naoko Hemp Expo, March 29th and 30th. It's here in Denver at the Denver Crown Plaza at DIA, which is not near DIA, if I remember correctly.
Should we tell them what we're doing?
What?
At Naoko?
Oh, we're going to bring, like we did at Indo Expo, we're going to bring the green screen and do the Airship from Naoko. So
if you want to be interviewed, you need to send me a message and get on the schedule, and especially if you're going to be a vendor there. This is going to be fun. We had a really good time doing it at Indo. That was a lot of fun.
One last thing. Congratulations to all of these hard-fighting moms who and others who care about such people who got autism passed yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or 2 days ago?
Yeah, something like that.
But once again, this time by an even wider margin, I believe, autism will be sent to the governor of Colorado to be signed into law, and he's going to sign it, unlike Hickenlooper. But now kids with autism are going to have safe, natural, cannabinoid-based alternatives to these poisonous pharmaceuticals that are ineffective and cause terrible side effects. So I'm very happy for them. And so Michelle Walker and Amber Wan, and I could keep naming names.
Gosh, there's
everybody who fought for this. Like, congratulations, and I love you.
Yeah.
Like, good work. Like you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Next week at the Capitol on Wednesday is the hospitality bill.
Bill. I'm interested in that.
Yeah. And
will they allow fog machine liquid?
I don't see why not. If we're pushing for flower and in vaping and being able to consume, why not have your fog liquid?
I don't know.
So,
but anyway, we have new things that we have to do now. So thank you everybody for joining. As always, I appreciate it. And we'll be back on next Tuesday with Michael Miller, next Thursday
with Michael Miller. So we'll be kind of giving some updates on what's going on with all three of us and where we're going and how Michael got to be where he is and how he brought him into the Veedverks family.
Nice.
So,
okay, cool. All right, well, thanks for joining, everybody. I'm Travis Lippert, CEO of Verks Unlimited, Limited, better known as Veedverks, reminding you, as always, if you don't get hemp here, get hemp somewhere.
Bye, everybody. All right.